So this is the next part, is the module 2 part C. I asked you kind of clean up the code. Let me kind of zoom out a little bit so we could see the rest of this code here. I always like to line my code top down. Is easier to read. Syntax errors are crucial. Syntax, make sure you get the right closing and right angle bracket and left angle bracket for these attributes and properties that you have here with it. So make sure you have all that in at this time with it as well. I'd like for you to click on preview for me, and if you can just click on open a preview pane with it, this allows you to see some of the things that you can make changes to that I have you do with it as well. So if you could for me, the next step is I gave you some asset files, but at the same time I'm going to show you where I got these asset files. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff where you can get some asset files in here as well with it. So hang on for a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another browser, another tab up here with it. I'm just going to type in some free is always a good word to use, free texture for glitch. Okay, so you can hit enter. I always like to use this website. It's called free pix with it, glitch effects texture image here with it as well. So seems to be very user friendly, and you can grab some of the things in here. You could search anything you want to do in here. Like I said, this is where I got the texture package that I gave you on in eCampus with it as well. So hold on. So this file right here that you see me highlighted here, I put this inside of a module 2 folder, which is inside of a UXUI 2373, our course number with it, and it's a zip file. It's a compressed file. You have to right mouse click on it and extract it. So you can do extract here or extract all, wherever you want to do with it. So it's a zip file with it. Once you extract it, I have some source file in here that we need to transfer these files to the HTTP. Everything needs to be in the asset folder for this thing. So I'm going to have this this right here open, and I'm going to jump back to our file that you have here. This is our thankful for eggs project with it. If you click on asset, and I'm going to open up the download the folder with the asset files that we just did. This is what I'm talking about, and you click on the upload asset files, upload an asset file, this right here with it. Okay, so this will navigate to find the file, the folder that you were in with it, documents. Hang on for a moment. I kind of or the easy way, instead of doing that, do this, and then we could drag and drop some asset files here. This will get you the work done as well, but let me do it the long way. Of course, find documents. UXUI, this is the course, module 2, textures. Okay, so I'm going to transfer all of these up to, so just grab one by one. See if I can do multiple. I don't think it allowed me to. Just do by 101. Do the first one, 1951. Again, all these I got from the free picks with it. That's one. Let me do an individual one with it. Second one is the 7679. 2. That one's a little bigger file, so it takes a second to upload. Another one. And another one. Last one is the stone with it as well. So everything has to be under the asset link in here with it as well. So I'd like for you to make sure you upload. This is how you put your skin or the texture to the files with it as well. You should have 5 here. Give it a second here. do the last one right here. We go. So this is the stone right with as well. I want to, there's the square, the sphere, and the cylinder. We're going to use these textures, these regular ones over here. The brick one I'm going to use for the plane. This right here, save this for the what's called the sky box. We're going to use the sky with it, so it makes a 3D environment with it. It's kind of like a sky with it as well. So before we do anything like this with it, I like for you to come back to your index. And you notice that this is all inside of your environment right now with it. So let's take a look at this box right here. Just play with it a little bit. Your first value that you see here, this -1 right here, that's your X, this is your Y, and this is your Z. So if I want this box to rise above the ground, what axes would I actually go in and change? It would have to be what? Would be the Y-axis, right? It can't be left and right is the X, up and down is the Y, coming towards you is the Z. So if I want this to be changed above 4, let's say 0.5, I'm going to just do something drastic. See how that edits above it with it? Control Z, let me put that back with it. If I want this box right here to move, let's say -6, twice that size with it, you notice it's pushed into further. Remember now, this is this is the Z coming towards you. So the negative, more negative, is going to go further away, right? So I'm going to do that. So put that back with it. Again, let me try this -1. So let me do a -6 with it. So you can see where -6 is where is that? Well, rotate it, you can see it's moved to the left over here. So again, Control Z, put it back, and it puts it back to where it belongs to with it as well. Now we're going to have to put in some, the first thing I want to do is to show you that you can add in an asset file, piece of graphics, or you can leave it as a color. This is whatever this color is, this hexadecimal color. The rotation of it is, this is based on that rotation. It's kind of move at an angle with it. You could see how it's positioned with it as well, right? The first skin I want to put on here, first texture I'll put on here, I'm going to do is source, SRC. Remember, source in HTML is an attribute. And you hit equal, and I'm going to put the quote. It automatically closes the quote. So this is the box, and this is the attribute I'm looking at. I'm going to come over to the asset. Let's grab one of these 3 over here that I can live with. Let's do this 1951 here. Click on the 1951, and you see this right here, this URL address with it. Make sure you do, I always make sure is I don't copy and paste the wrong one. So Control A selects it, and then I click on copy URL. It just copies it. And then I come back, I close this out, I come back to the index page, I find between the quotation, the double quotation, I do Control V to paste, and that pastes it. Looks like this. So as you can see, it textures it and it automatically does it for you right away with the live input with it as well. I like for you to we need to repeat that for the sphere and for the cylinder as well. So you need, every one of these things need a source, SRC, and a quote. Alright, so and then I'm going to come over to the asset files, click on glitch, click on this, Control A, Control C, copy it, and come back to index, place your cursor between the quotes, Control V to paste, and you can see the sphere with a texture in there as well. So you can do that. Do the same thing for the cylinder with it. Okay, and you can come back over to your asset files. I'm going to do this particular sphere is the wrapping. I have the metallic wrapping with it. Again, click on here, Control A, The reason I say Control A is I don't want to copy and paste the old whatever it is. It didn't stick the last time with it, so I want to make sure I grab everything with it. And every time I do Control A, you can see how it highlights it. And then I do Control C. I do Control C, copies it, or copy URL, and turns it off. Then I know it's in the RAM memory with it, store temporarily with it as well. Come back to here in between my source, my quotation, paste that in there, make sure you have a closing quotation. Now, and you notice that it's going to wrap it with some sort of metallic, looks like that. I don't like the way that looks, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, it looks kind of, you can't really tell it's a sphere because of this. Let me swap that out with a sphere. How's that? See what that looks like. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Let me take this part out. I want to just swap. I just don't like how the sphere looks. That's all. So I want to swap the sphere texture with the other one with it. So let me do this, and let's do asset. Let's do this one. Click on that. Control A. Control C, copy. Come back to here. Control V or right mouse click Control V, and it loads it. It looks loaded a little better. Okay, so you have a cylinder, and the other one looks like there's some sort of wrapping, Christmas wrapping with it as well. So one last step is what? The plane. Here is the plane with it as well. So you're gonna have to do a source. And in the source this time, asset, click on the stone, Control A, copies, selects it all, copy URL, close that out, jump back to your index, paste that inside of your with it. So you should have some sort of stone. There you go. So it's loading the stone floor with it as well. All right. So this is what we kind of had. Let me stop right here, okay? Because I'm going on 12 minutes already. I don't want anything to do longer. So I'm going to continue with the box, the skybox, the next video with it. All right. So this concludes part C of the part with it as well. So stay tuned.